Don't hate me, but marriage doesn't just magically happen. Yet so many Christian women, they're delaying marriage not because God hasn't sent a husband, but because of some very practical mistakes that are keeping them stuck. And today I'm going to break down those 5 biggest mistakes in Christian dating and how they may be showing up in your love story and what to do instead. Hey beautiful, welcome back to our channel. My name is Jumoke Win and I'm one half of Win at Love. And here on the channel, we teach all about dating strategies so that you can meet, date, and marry a high quality Christian man. And if that sounds like something that you are interested in, make sure that you do subscribe and you hit that bell so that you can get more great notifications, because if you've been feeling delayed in your love story, this video might show you why. So the first thing is that the first mistake is that women assume that it will just happen. And this happens, this idea of, okay, whenever it's God's timing, it's gonna just happen. And a lot of women believe if they sit still, that a godly man is just gonna fall into their lap. But assumptions without planning almost always lead to disappointment. Just like how you plan your career, your education, you say, okay, I want to be a doctor, I go back to school, I want to do this, I want to do that, your health, you meal prep. You have to be intentional about your love story and the type of marriage that you want, because marriage is too important to leave to chance. And this idea of God is going to just send me the perfect person and I don't have to say what I want, I don't have to do anything, is going to leave you single. Okay. Number 2 is not being socially aware. This is the second mistake. Too many Christian women, they are so out of touch with the dating market, both in the world and in the church. And a lot of us, we don't realize how much our positioning strategy affects our love life. Think about things like the way that you present yourself, where do you live, the circles that you move in. All of these impact the kind of men that you meet. And if the kind of man that you meet isn't even the kind of man that you want, if he's not even in your area, how can you expect to meet him? If you live somewhere in, I don't know, China, and you want this Christian Nigerian man, I mean, they're not there, right? What are the odds that you're just going to walk outside and meet that type of man? Probably not high. For a lot of women, you don't go outside enough. You're not online dating. You take the same route from church, work, school, and home. For some of y'all, you work from home. You go to a church that doesn't have any eligible men, and you don't talk to any new men for years, but you're not even aware that, hey, a marriageable man that I want, he's not around. For some women, they want a man that's making a certain level of income, but they're in a low income area. Doesn't make sense. And they're rejecting every man who's coming to them, probably from their same class. They want a man from a different class and they're not aware. Wake up, ladies. Number 3, the third mistake is not knowing what men actually want in a wife. And a lot of women, they stay in their own echo chambers, getting hyped up by other women. Yes, queen. But when it comes to men, crickets. And they never do any research and ask, okay, but what do men value in a spouse? I can be assuming it's just me, and because I'm perfect, I'm God's special snowflake, because everyone keeps saying, yes, queen. But let me just make sure. Let me listen to men. Let me even listen to the men that I say that I want. What are they saying? How do they think? Because here's the truth. Men do have desires, and they're often extremely different from what women assume. Women assume that men want what they want. They assume that, oh, I have a career, I have a job, okay? I have a job, I am ambitious. They have all these masculine traits that they assume a masculine man would want, and it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's great for you, and you did all that stuff for you. You're a competent individual, that's wonderful, but is that what the man that you want, is that what he is looking for? You're assuming that he wants a woman with a high income and not a feminine woman, not this, not that. You don't actually know. Get it from the horse's mouth. Do market research, okay? Because if you're ignoring what men want, you're only focusing on what you want, right? Don't be surprised when your love life stays quiet. The 4th mistake is praying with no action. Yes, prayer is powerful, don't get me wrong. But James 2 reminds us that faith without works is what? It's dead. You wouldn't expect to get a job by simply praying, and you don't even send out applications. You don't update your resume. You don't go on any interviews. You don't go to job fairs. You don't hire a career coach. You don't go to career fest or whatever. You don't do anything. You don't even tell your network that, hey, I'm looking for a job. How is it going to fall into a high paying job in this economy? How is it going to just fall into your lap? Yet many women, they treat marriage like it's just about jumping through the right spiritual hoops without applying any practical wisdom. Prayer, it positions your heart, but action positions your love life. Okay, so we have to remember that. And finally, the biggest mistake of all, ladies, is not talking to men. Biggest mistake. At the end of the day, this is the number one reason why women are delayed in marriage. Because if you're only speaking to only 2 new men every year, every single year, 365 days, you only encounter and have a conversation with 2 new men. How many years is it going to take you to realistically find a man that you're compatible with? Okay. Talking to men is fundamental. Women skip over this. They're going to this revival, reading this passage, jumping through all the spiritual hurt. I declare, I decree, you're not talking to men, right? And it's like, you have to actually, that's fundamental. Not fasting every day, not fighting every demon. No. Okay. It's simple math. The more men that you meet, you're exposed to, and you're able to vet, the faster that you'll find the one that God can align you with, right? Or that you're aligned with, rather. So here's to recap. Stop assuming that marriage will just happen. Okay. You need to grow in social awareness, and you need to also learn what men want. Pray with action. And most importantly, you don't take nothing away from this video, talk to more men. Okay. You have to talk to more men. You have to. Okay. So when you avoid these mistakes, you'll stop delaying your own love story and start moving intentionally toward marriage. And if this helped you, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe for more Christian dating content, and comment below, which of these mistakes have you ever been guilty of? And what's the one thing that you're going to change this week? So that's all I have to say. Speak to you guys next week or next time. Bye.